Hello, folks. If you're on, give me a quick hello so we can heal up everybody. Hey, Mario, welcome back. And please share the link. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do here. Share. Um, yeah, we're going to have Paul Sayers on, as promised from last week. He's going to come on and give us an update on the Goat Registry. So, looking forward to that to see what's coming down the pipeline and how they're going to go about it. It's going to be a good presentation from him. So let's give him the opportunity to inform us. We always ask for information, so here it comes. I'm looking forward to it. If you know anybody who needs this information, let's share the link. Mr. McCook, what's going on, boss? Howard, big respect. Jason, big up. King Jamaica, myself, welcome, sir. Hanif, welcome. I don't see Paul come on yet, but I know he's good to go with the test early. Good to go. And you need to tell him at 7 o'clock. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope there was no scare this morning from the liquor shit we get. You know, unfortunately, getting too familiar with this shake. You know, last big one in California in 2019. I was in California when it happened, hotel, and it's not fun. This morning I could recognize it very fast. I recognized what was going on. So hope everybody's fine. Prayers up for Haiti. Not only they get shook, but tsunami hit them. So where it is. I got my producer back. She is on, and I know she's a busy lady, so she's taking the time to help me in the background here. Hey, anybody took the vaccine? Like tonight's gonna be a short one because I took the vaccine yesterday, and right now I'm mashed up. I feel like I have the flu. Anybody have any experience like that? Truly took it too, and she don't have no side effects. I feel mashed up, like seriously. Like the flu is mashing me up, and I know I don't have the flu. Valerie says she's fully vaccinated. What was your experience, Valerie? Did you get flu-like symptoms? All right, I got the man himself here, so I'll make him join up. Paul, Mr. Sayers.
Yeah, man. Good evening, man. What's up?
Good evening, sir. The English breeder. Where you go by for people can recognize you?
What the name?
What is your mom like? Do you say you're just a farmer? Say you're like the breeder specialist? What is it?
Just farmer, man. Farmer.
Yeah,
Someone
man,
put
more
me
than
on the
farmer,
farm.
bro. You're
Call me
more
what?
than farmer, man.
Someone want
You're
them
the
on the
breeding.
platform. Call me what? Something about breeder. World class
You're the
breeder.
breeder.
Mama, me and them
World
something.
class. There you go. There you go. You're the world class breeder.
Yeah, man. So I think so.
But the reality is, I don't think I know somebody else in the sector that I can call to get solid info when it comes to breeding and what to look out for and the matches to make and all that stuff. You're the man. You know what I mean?
Respect,
I
man.
call
But
my friend Mackie too, but when it comes to the nuances of it, I think you're the guy.
well, guess what?
So
We learn from Dickie Morrison. We learn from Ken King. We learn from Dr. Graham. Who else would I have to say now? The great Ferran. Yeah, man. We learn from everybody. So.
Yeah,
So
Mr.
we
Ryan
take
is
we
the
learn.
man of all the knowledge.
Yeah, man, we try apply it,
Um, yeah, it's good. Okay, so
And then we come up with
tonight
our
you're
own
gonna
thing
give
too.
us. Yeah, I know you got your own techniques and things because every farm is different, so you have to apply it based on your circumstances, right?
Straight up.
So you're gonna give us an update on the registry tonight, right?
Yeah, man. We gotta get update. And we gotta look at PowerPoint just to show the
Oh,
farmers
cool.
what is required
Mm-hmm.
based on the system that we developed. Now, a lot of
Yeah.
people don't know that the registry started at Agro Invest as a
Mm-hmm.
partnership with Small Ruminants Association. Then it moved into Dairy Board, and then that collaboration we brought it to the CTDs in the ministry, trying to get the funding. Probably
Yeah.
next the last 3 years, and then finally we've gotten the funding based on the new program that the minister launched, and we launched the other day.
So the association is behind this 100%. It's not in tandem with the government
No,
ministry.
with the ministry. It's a joint
Oh,
up
okay.
effort. All right.
Okay. All right, cool. So where are we as in timeline that you think you're positive or kind of positive that you can roll this
All
out
right.
in what timeline?
The thing that is left to do now is to put it out for tender for the software developers. We have the requirements are there. It's going to go to tender,
Okay.
or maybe the ministry might use its in-house information department to deal with it. But everything is completed and the funding is granted.
So the framework that you guys are working with, is this a framework that's put from another registry internationally, or you guys are developing this from scratch?
When we were doing it for many different registries, we looked at the Australian, we looked at the American Boer Goat Association, Canadian Deer Goat Society, American Deer Goat Association, and put things all these registries that exist.
Okay. All right. Well, let's jump right into it. Let me know when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to share screen now. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah. So, guys, he's going to share his screen and put this PowerPoint and go through it step by step so we all understand what they're doing and how this is going to roll out and where they are with it. So, I'm excited to see this.
It shared it?
Because, yeah.
All right, but I can't see it.
Well, you got to take that, you have to minimize that so we can see presentation. You got to minimize that window. There you go.
Okay. So everybody seen it? You seen it?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Data acquisition requirement.
Okay, cool. All right, so some of the first information we require is the farmer information. All right. So we have the farmer's name, raw number, registration number that would be assigned. All right. Contact information, phone number that won't be displayed though. Email if applicable, parish, gender, date of birth, and the purpose, whether you're a dairy or a meat producer. So that is the required farmer's information right there.
So the registration number, is that with RADA or is that a business registration?
No, all right. This would be your association number and your registration number in one. All right.
Okay.
All right. So the individual farmers, when they register, will get their number and so forth. And that same number will be placed in the registry.
Okay.
All right. Clear on module 1?
Yes.
All right. Good. Now, we have the animal individual record information. So these are the other requirements. You know, the animal ID. That is your is a number of IDs. The ones that the ID numbers that will be assigned, the ID number that the farmer has on his farm, all of that kind of information. We soon get to that part. the owner of the animal, the species, whether it's a goat or a sheep breed.
Yeah.
So for the sheep breed, we have the St. Elizabeth, Darper, Catardin, Barbados, Black Belly. However, we're going to add some more to that, because based on the program, we'll be getting some different breeds too of sheep coming in. All right, for the goats, we have the Jamaican Creole, Anglo-Nubian, Boer, Alpine.
What is Jamaican Creole? What is Jamaican Creole? Native?
Yeah, the native.
So why we don't use native? What's the reasoning?
But honestly, the official name is Jamaican Creole, you know.
Oh, okay.
That's the official name of the breed.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have the Alpine, the Taggenberg, Kiko, Sanin. All right. Other information, you know, the gender of the animal. And very important, we're going to have a photo of the animal. Now, a lot of the registries that are out there don't have an animal photo. So we saw that as a drawback to the rest of the registries. So we made it a requirement for our to have a photo of the animal in it.
Hold, stick up in. Guys, hold on, Paul. Guys, reserve your questions when he gets through this so we can get all this information out. All right? Reserve your questions. Don't lose them. All right, go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, so the photo is very important. As you know, so you can get a good view of the phenotype of the animal and so forth. That is very important, not just the genetics of the animal, but the phenotype.
Yeah.
You know, if the animal is not showing the characteristics, it could be, it can't be accepted. And when farmers are looking at animals, they want to see the phenotype.
Yeah.
All right. Good. All right. Other information about the animal records now. The breed type, whether it's a single, twin, triplet, quad. All right.
Yeah.
That
Birth type.
Right. Birth type.
Yeah.
Right. The date of approval. Now that would be the date when the animal is entered into the
appraised.
Right. Appraised and accepted into the registry. All right. Then we have the left ear number. All right. Now that left ear number is this part was developed by Mr. Ferran, where a number would be assigned to a parish. So, for example, 01 could be the parish of St. Catherine, and then the other assigned association number for the animal.
Yeah.
All right. So you would know which parish the animal is left here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Dr. Young said you should add markings in this section.
Yeah, my it's up here, sir.
Oh yeah, there it is. Description, color markings. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, right. Have the right ear number now would be the year of birth of the animal, right? And the number of the animal for the farm. So this would be the farm information.
Okay.
So the year when he was born and what number he fell in on the birth. If it was the first birth for the year or whatever, going down. Good. Now we go up there. Now we have the description, coloring markings. Now we have the percentage of the breeds. You can see them come down there. It's a purebred for Boers, which is full blood. Now we can talk about that a little bit. This part based on consultation. Oh, hold on. Sorry, let me turn off this one. Based on consultation and given that the fact that we're going to be importing a new set of Boers, including embryos too, that blood, all right, we're going to put in full blood in the registry. Because those we can trace.
Okay.
Right, and then we have the percentage of the breeds going down. Now, based on the appraisal, you know that in the American Boer Association, right, and in the Canadian, if an animal is 4th generation and up, right, if it is appraised, it can be accepted as a purebred. So we're going to allow for that too. All right. All right, and then
so
other information.
Before you move on, the big question is, what's the approach with the animals that are here that has a genetic display of like full blood and purebred, and you can what's going to be the description or the breed description? What is it going to be?
Well, the lead appraisals will decide, right? Because you're gonna have farmers who don't have no information, and them have the animal as purebred. Appraisers pass it. If them don't have a mother name, you can just put some asterisk. If them have it, to put it.
Okay.
Understand? Because we're starting it, so you don't want to exclude anybody. All right. So for the first 5 years, most of the information would be based on what the farmer give you and based on what the appraisers see. But over time, as we go along, that will smooth out itself. All right.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that will smooth out itself over time. You don't want to just throw it at animal. You can have an animal that look very good, showing the breed characteristics, but the farmer just don't have no information. You don't want to throw him out. The appraisers will decide.
Well, that's a good approach.
Yeah. All right. And then other information you need for the record is the ancestry ID. All right. We down here now we had whether the animal is a breeding stock or commercial. You know, that is debatable. You know, we at beginning of the registry, we were saying that we could register commercial animals different than breeding stock. I don't know how when this new group meet, if we're going to decide to keep the commercial in it. But it's also a consideration. All right. So we have the ancestry information. All right, the dam, the sire, the maternal, grandsire, maternal, granddam, paternal, all of that information flowing down in it, right? So that's this page is basically self-explanatory. All right, another information we're going to update over time is the date of disposal, whether the animal was sold to another farmer, whether it was slaughtered. We need that information. If it was sold, we must get the updated recipient information, right? Price, if they want to share it, and the reason for disposing of the animal out of that herd. Once it's a registered animal, we need that information too. Whether it came down with a illness or whatever, we need to know that.
Okay.
All right. These are some of the data processing requirements. Input animal approved information. It will generate an animal record certificate. All right. And the disposal information, all of that, the log in, log off, that kind of information, that, general requirements for a database. You can take a look at time on that one. All right. Outputs. We'll go through them already, but we're just going to show them the name of the registry, the logo of the organizations, the title of the certificate, individual animal record, approval, farmer name, ruminant species, breed type, gender, age, left year number, right percentage, descriptions, credit information. So this again. So you can search. When you go, you can search by a breed, right? Age, parish, right? Link to animal ID. You're gonna have that in the system. So you just like the American Board Association, where you put in animal number, you see record pull up. That will be a part of the system too.
Okay, so each farmer that's registered with you guys have its own login that they can go search a database.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna also have access, but the outside access won't give all of that, not all of the information, but enough that if somebody is interested, they can find out about the animal and its pedigree. But certain information will be close to the membership.
Yes.
All right. Oh, that part, enough to see that part. That is a budget. That part. All right. And this is basically just a look at what a certificate would probably look like.
Okay.
All right, you have the animal ID, the farmer name, the species, the gender, the breed category, date of birth, left year number, right year number, the percentage, the birth type, description, and then you have the ancestry information at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, farmer's information. This is what the display might look like when they're finished. All right, I think that's the end of the slide, so I can close. All right.
That's a lot of information. I see there's a lot of details. I can tell that you guys put some serious work into this. So who's on the panel?
Just to add a few things, right? As a part of the program, you will have a booklet. Mr. Ferran is working on that booklet with the rules for entry.
Yeah.
Right? The breed standards for each breed. There will be a booklet that will be published so that farmers who are looking to register will know what to do.
Okay. And I know this is early, but so if a farmer, for example, us who have a couple Nubians and say, yo, I want to see what these are all about, if I can get them registered. So I just make a call and set an appointment for somebody to come appraise the animal.
All right. Yeah, man, you're gonna have your appraisal date. All right. And no, the lead appraisers, we already have them selected. Mr. Ferran, Mr. Roxborough, and Ken King. No, with the appraisal, it's not just those three persons, Farmers, regular registered farmers. I think the cattle breeders, they do up to probably 20 members. You bring out the animals, you look at animals, people criticize, there can be objections, you debate it and then you move on and everybody come to a consensus. But the lead persons will have the more majority of the say of what enters the registry. All right.
Okay.
So it's not just one person, two person deciding. The farmers themselves will have a say.
That's good. That it will be like a group of people that comes together and have a robust debate on the characteristics and everything else that goes along with the appraisal. Somebody says Darren says there needs to be there for farmers who do both meat and milk plus an additional motion for those doing value-added products. I don't know if value-added product has anything to do with Goat Registry, but I understand if you're doing both, if you have cores and
what can be added over time is like information like birth weight, weaning weight. If we reach a point where we reach carcass evaluation, all of those information can be built into the registry now.
Yeah, so I think what Darren is saying is, take for example, like who's doing milk, and then we end up with some amazing Nubians or milk line, right? So we also milking, but we also have an amazing breeding stock. Can we register?
So that database, like just like the Canadian and the American dairy, for certain animals they have their milking, average milking for the year, milk production for the year. Those kind of information can be added over time.
Okay.
All right.
Well, any other question, folks? Let me see if I can. Okay, so here's TJ's question. What if the animal condition is, can the animal get a revaluation when the condition is right?
Well, animals all the time, they can reapply to be appraised. Sometimes, an animal, take it for the cattle, because I can use it. I was at Minard for a while. You can have an animal that at the first appraisal fails to make it into the registry. And then at the second appraisal, they make it in. No exceptions, where probably that animal is the last of the line. And the animal probably don't meet the standards. But to preserve the line, you have to keep him. So you allow him in. All right? And then you develop on what is there. So there are many reasons why you can have an animal come in the registry that might not meet the standards sometime. Because we have preserved what you have,
Yes.
So if you have a good animal from a line that is dying out, you don't want to throw that animal out of the registry. You want to keep it. And then you can let animals, like for example, with the cattle, Jamaica Hope, you can register a Jersey bull. Because the breed is close. Now you can have him as a Jamaican Hope bull based on what is happening in the breed. If the breed is dying out and you want to improve it. Okay.
So when these come, they're going to be automatically go in the registry, or they have to be placed on a farm before they go into the registry.
Wow, I never really thought about that one, but I suspect based on that they be evaluated before they come. You know, they will have to probably enter the registry same way. Because we're not going to pick low standard animals to come in. That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying that once they touch the island, you know, they should be.
Well, just to put it out there, all of the animals that are supposed to be imported will have to be registered animals based on the standards that were set down in the committees. So it won't be that we're going to pick any commercial animals. Animals that are coming in will have their papers and be registered in their herd books.
Yeah, but they won't be in the Jamaica registry.
No, but they'll be placed in it.
Okay.
Yeah, they will be placed in it.
So, but the question I'm asking, will they be placed upon arrival or upon placement? Like, let's say you send 2 go to Maki, or 2 go to Dickie Morrison or whatever. Will this animal get in the registry upon arrival at Maki's farm, or once they get on the island and in quarantine, you process them and put them in the registry?
Me alone can answer that question, but I suspect they will be entered into the registry. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Question here: animals from other recognized breeding registries should be entered. Yeah,
man.
That's what we're discussing.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay, so when it comes to the native or Creole,
yeah,
right? What is the approach to get them in the registry? Is there a concerted effort to preserve the line, preserve the characteristic of native goats?
Well, in the program, although we didn't get a lot of information out of the launch, as I said, in the program they'll be setting up a nucleus herd of natives in the new program coming up. All right, a nucleus herd will be developed and housed at one of the government farms.
What is the advantage of preserving? Okay, outside of just for heritage reasons, whatever, is there any commercial upside to the native goats?
There's a big upside to having natives in your breeding program. I'm no apology. A lot of my Nubians were graded up from natives, not because I couldn't go and buy a purebred Nubian, but out of design. Because what you have, you have centuries of selective breeding happening in our country. They are adaptable to the environment already. They are resistant to the parasites and diseases. So any smart breeder who neglects the native animal in any country would be joking. You're not really running a breeding program if you don't have a grading up from what you already have in the country. Because that would be foolhardy.
Yeah, right? The hardiness of the native goat.
Yeah.
But also, it takes a
long time to what?
To get them to commercial viability.
Oh, all right. Got a breed like this. The Brahman. Most Brahmans in the other countries, they are preserved, not because they good beef, but because of crossbreeding potential on commercial farm. So you're going to need a group of natives, a lot of them, to crossbreed with the other breeds that you're bringing here, because a commercial farmer breeding animal is looking at an animal that can survive in our environment. So you have to have a crossbreeding program with the natives when you're doing any form of commercial farming.
Yes. TJ says you've seen some huge native. I'm gonna dispute that, and the only reason I'm disputing TJ is because I think that at some point something else, like I've seen a truly example, she's not gonna come on, but I saw this goat in Ocherius the other day, and I had to pick up the phone and call. I'm like, yo, this cannot be a regular native. The goat's udder was the size of a Nubian.
No, but remember,
but she has all the characteristics of a native.
No, you have to remember, a lot of the natives, came from the Spanish dairy goat, and the British Alpine that were brought over by the British and the Spanish. So the milking ability is already in them.
Okay.
Right.
No, yeah, I stand corrected on that because I couldn't understand it, because most natives I know from a youth growing up don't produce that massive amount of milk unless there's an injection of another milk line like Sand and Tagenberg, Nubian something. You know what I mean? And so Terence is giving me the deals here. He's saying our natives come from Sand and Alpine. So that explains it.
Yeah.
That explains why periodically you'll see, periodically you'll see it pop up in a native today, right? Everybody I make fun of me, say me a joke, I know me a talk about. Of course, me don't know me a talk about. Me only in this for 2.5 years. So me don't know nothing about it. Me only say, yo, the natives when me grew up knowing, know that I'm in the business. I'm like, why would I have a native that takes so long to get to commercial viability? But you're educating me now. Say, yo, I need the hardiness and the traits that they bring. We need that in our commercial herd and breeding stock. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for guys for correcting me and educating me. What else? Anybody you wanna tell us, Paul?
Yeah, I'm here. Didn't hear the
Anything
question.
else you want to tell us about the registry? Like when is the when do you think I know you tried to answer this earlier, but
based on what I'm saying now, I strongly believe by January everything would be up and running. Strongly believe that based on what I see, the movement that is happening in the ministry right now.
So the enthusiasm from Minister of Agriculture, you think his enthusiasm and his drive is moving things faster than before?
Yeah, man, definitely. The small ruminant agenda is big in the ministry right now. Big in the ministry. Not just
he told us, he gave us his word. Yeah, he gave us his word when he came on that he's gonna push, and we can see it in his public presentations. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, what are the hiccups and who are the stumbling blocks. I know, like the division, I'm sure them have a lot about new genetics coming into the country.
Yeah.
Right? So where's Dr. Watson's position on this? On the importation of new genetics?
Dr. Watson is the head of the program.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's fully on board.
Fully on board.
Well, I love to hear that. So can we talk about the importation of animals a little bit? So when animals are coming in, it's mentioned that private farmers can participate in the importation for their own farm. Is that still a thing?
That is true. That is true. That is true. But what will happen though?
Yeah.
Remember that the farms will have to be certified. So it's not that you're going to go and go everywhere. After VSD does their work to certify the farms that we can bring the animals from, other farmers can import from those farms for the personal use, right?
Okay. So it's not going to be a part of what the government is doing. It's independent of that.
Well, if they meet I can't answer because that is side program. From my understanding, if they're getting time to meet the ship, I don't see a reason why they can't come on the same ship if they meet the same timeline.
So, okay. So before we can import, let's say Cabarrus import 10 goats. Like somebody from VSD has to come to the farm and assess the farm.
Right, the farm overseas would have to be certified by overseas.
Right. Okay, so once that approval and certification takes place, a private farmer in Jamaica can say, yo, can I add 10 goats to that shipment?
Right. Or even after the shipment, you can go import your goats yourself, based on what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Right. Once the farms are approved.
All right. So Natty from Chelsea, Best Farm is asking, what about the cost of registering an animal or doing appraisal per animal?
Well, that will come out in the booklet. That will come out in the booklet. Don't have a set price as yet, but that information will come out in the booklet.
There's a big concern in space that we even discussed briefly about private farmers have the ability to import animals, which, I don't have a problem with it. It's capitalism. Like, yeah, you're in a business, you can afford to invest in a business, you invest in a business. But the concern is that the big farmers who have their money and have them think they're gonna get the benefit. What do you say to farmers to let them feel like, yo, this is gonna be a level playing field situation? So the man who having money is gonna have the same opportunity that the man who have his money. Well, kind of, because a man can go take a loan. So
Well, all right. Reminder: the program is not only about live animals, and sometimes we tend to forget that the program that was launched is about the registry. It's about availability of semen. It's about embryos. So if you can't afford to buy a live animal, get some semen, grade up. Happening right now in the sector. A lot of the farmers that are happening don't want to go through the process of learning to do the thing the right way. Everybody wants to have the best animal at the right away. Don't, because even if some of these farmers get 10 top class animals, I guarantee you that 5 years they scrub because they don't know how to breed properly. So it's not just about, farmers must learn to take them time and grow. You know what I mean? So don't watch who have the big animals now. You set your own plan and you set out your breeding program, and in no time you reach there. So, don't watch that, man. We have semen, we have embryos. You can work that and develop your breed how you want it.
Yeah, I second that. You know what I mean? Because I think people should creep before they walk. Like, you gotta figure out the nuances of it, what you're into before you try to get to the Paul Sayers level and the Makis level and Vicky Morrison level. I think you need to learn the ropes of how it works and develop your business accordingly. The big thing for me right now, for the last year, we've been preaching to farmers that they should get their business in order, get their farm business in order.
Definitely.
Right? Yeah. So now opportunity are coming down the pipeline, obviously, and the people who have their business in order are the people who are in a position to benefit.
I see Learman saying talk about genetics. The idea should be developing good meat goat. If you don't have good genetics, Learman, it don't make no sense to go in a goat meat. So the genetics comes first, and then the meat production. Because if you don't have a good animal that is converting, you won't make any money out of meat.
True. Which animal in Jamaica is the best goat meat animal? A boar? Because of the meat to bone ratio?
Honestly, for me,
or
it's a cross between the boar, the native, and the Nubian, to me.
Obviously the native brings the milk production, which gives you faster growing animals, and the boar bring the meat to bone ratio. And yeah, I fully understand that. So Darren wants to know, that is given, but much more talk should be geared towards meat.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna give me a second. So Darren.
Darren, you have to tackle meat. You have to grow your herds. a lot more than what we have right now. If we slaughter every right now market for 2 years, so we have to focus on growing the herds and take we tackle the meat market.
That is one approach. I think the next approach should be have farmers understand what it means to develop their business. Because as I did, I think a few weeks ago about how to make your farm profitable, you can have 50 people that you supply your meat to, and it's good revenue. You don't have to supply 1,000 people meat for it to be viable. You could have an operation that does milk, meat, and value-added product and make millions of dollars a year. So the whole stop, as Samuel Golding said at Nutrimix thing, stop watching the import bill and just develop your business.
Yeah, develop your herd. Yeah, man, develop it.
Develop your business. Figure out how do you develop your business and sell your product. Figure out how to sell the business. How do you go from selling 1,000 pounds of meat to 2,000 pounds of meat to 5,000 pounds of meat? What do you need to do to sell it? If you start with 25 people, how do you go to 50 people? How do you go to 100 people? That's where it is. Definitely. And if you have 10,000 people in Jamaica doing that, it automatically cuts into the bill. We don't need this massive focus on the idea of building a meat sector. We need to build a business. We need to focus on building a business out of it, because the resources and the information on how to raise a goat, and people in our circle that can tell us how to get a meat goat out of our herd, the people are there. You just have to reach out and talk to the likes of Sayers, the likes of Terrence Johnson. The list goes on and on and on. But how many of these people can tell you how to develop your business? You have to pick from different people and create your own. The focus should be on developing your business. Take the jump and get a what they call that thing, Ziploc seal thing, machine. Kill 2 goat, chop up the meat in different cuts, and start selling to your friends and family. Package nice, put a sticker on it, and start building out your brand like that. That's just my humble opinion. You have to start with the business. You can have 100 goat, 200 goat, and if you don't have the way to sell them 200 goats, you don't have a business.
Right. Agreed. And a part of the sector that is sometimes the farmer don't focus on it is the milk part.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that probably in the next 5 years, if everything goes according to plan, a Saanen and a Alpine cross and a Nubian probably be more valuable than the boar. Because what we're having right now, we're not producing enough milk in Jamaica, and the cow is a large size animal. So we might find soon that the companies are start looking to the goat to supply them with milk instead of the cow, or to just complement the cow in terms of the milk production to satisfy what they need to do.
Yeah, and to refresh people's memory, I know your department in the ministry is definitely trying to get goat dairy under the Dairy Act of Jamaica, so everything to do with dairy, goat is impacted. Right?
Definitely.
On a positive note, if they're doing an initiative for dairy, goats are included.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, I think it's the way to success without breaking the bank to get 200 goats or whatever. You can have a successful dairy operation with 50 goats, 50 good milking goats. Like 50 good milking goats is a whole lot of milk. It's a lot of milk if you're milking. Yeah.
Definitely.
Darren's
you have goats giving 6 liters a day and those numbers.
Yeah. I don't know what Darren is saying. If you want to take that, I don't understand. the objection.
I'll skip that one.
I don't know if somebody else want to take on this question, Darren. You can type it. I don't understand what he's saying because in my opinion and my experience, you have to develop a business. You can't. Okay, let me give an example, Darren. Back in the day when computers was becoming popular, when I was in college, and home computers were becoming popular, I had a lot of friends that could build computers. They could build me a computer, but they had no idea how to turn that into a business. They had no idea how to open a store and build them one computer and scale it. They just build 1 and 2 computers a month. And computers revolutionized the way we operate in society. And now for these guys just become programmers. But they were building their own computers. They know exactly how to build it, how to make it fast, how to everything. But they never end up turning it into a real business. They just become programmers and repair guys. It's the same concept. You know how to grow a goat. You know how to get a goat fat. How do you turn it into a business? How do you sit down, come up with a business plan and execute it and service clients, service customers, market your business, figure out how do I get from A to B in a calendar year? What is my return? Like the business side of it is so important. So I don't, but I digress.
Okay.
All right, who else? Terrence. He developed the business to capitalize on the market. He's right. The market shapes the business. You decide where in the market. Yeah, you just got to start your business, man. It doesn't make sense. You have 200 and you don't know how to move them. You know, it's that simple. You have to figure out how do you build your brand. If you don't know how to build your brand and how to scale your business, it makes no sense. Makes no difference how much nice quote you have. They'll just sit there. And that's just my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. Darren, you need to come on. Darren, you need to come on, you know, and let's have a robust debate on your opinions and your position on these things. You know, we tried to get you on last time, but you know, it didn't work out. But I'd love to have you on so you can tell the people your position and how you see things. You know, a lot of people are saying Darren is right. Honestly, respectfully disagree because a lot of people in Jamaica have goat. There's a lot of people with goat, a lot of people with nice goat, but a lot of them don't know how to sell it. A lot of them know how to package it and sell it. A lot of them don't have a brand. A lot of them don't have a business account. A lot of them don't have their business registered. Like the list goes on and on when it comes to running a business. So that's my position. Darren, is your farm business registered? You have a business TRN? I'm asking you, Darren. This is what I'm talking about when I say develop a business. These are the things that we've been preaching for a year. So you tell me.
All right.
Well, Paul,
any more
I know this is a short. Yeah, any more questions for Paul? Because I can go because I'm mashed up from this vaccination. So this is a short one. You know,
all right. So all right, let me just make some closing remarks.
Yeah.
So the registry, you know, as I said, is not the fancy part of the program, but it's the most important part of the program. We made a mistake in the last program where that side of the program was not executed back then. You understand? Farmers got database system to print certificates to give to farmers when they were selling breeding stocks, and they did not do it. Right? So and that is the reason why we end up with this debate about purebred full blood. right? Because everybody is just for animals and not on the registration. So we have to get this part of the program right, so it benefits the future farmers, not just us. So when we gone past 30 years and gone, the registry will be still there. Right? So so don't get caught up with the animals too much. Right.
Yeah, it's past overdue because Jamaica had an influx of amazing animals, and because we didn't have a registry, we don't know where we are today. I want to know if there's 2 categories for Nubians as well as Boers. You can't remember from the presentation.
1 category for Nubians, 2 Boers. There's in Australia, what they do, right? 2 for the Nubians. They have the Nubians that is called Nubian, and then heritage Nubians, the Nubians that look more like what the original breed was intended. Because you know that the American Nubians don't really have that classic original Nubian breed.
Yeah.
The breeding in America was focused not on phenotype, but mainly on milk production. So, for our thing is just 1 category for Nubians. It's just Nubian, purebred.
Okay. And he wants to know why that is.
Which one?
Just because of...
In Australia?
Because it's only in 1 category here.
For Nubian? Well, I don't even know how to answer that question, but for me, Nubian is just a Nubian. The thing with the Boer now is because...
Lynn Tate said, Nubian is just Nubian as far as she's concerned.
Right.
There's no...
For me, for the Boer thing
Nubian and whatever, Nubian and Nubian.
For the Boer thing now, because we're so close to America, and most of our breeding stock comes from America, and they have their thing in purebred and full blood, to create just a little, what do I call it, balance and convenience to appease everybody and to keep the thing proper. We just have to have that in there because we don't want people to feel left out of the system. Because the animals that we're getting from US, some will be registered as full blood, some will be registered as purebred. So we just have to follow that and keep that. For Nubians, Nubian is a Nubian for me. Anglo or whatever. Then again, all of the animals are composite. So it's just a matter of jargon. So that's all right.
Yeah, it's in Jamaica, it's a lot more complex, isn't it? When it comes to categorizing the characteristics of these animals, because
I've said it on the forum already. The country that originated the Boer don't even use full blood or purebred. So we shouldn't even be debating this right now. Understand? A Boer is a Boer, but for registration purposes, because we're getting most of the animals from the US that have full blood and purebred, we're working with it.
Yeah, TJ is saying we should just focus, we should have recommended just 1 category for Boer. And okay, so how about the Boer, graded Nubian? Like, this is Jamaica, you're creating it from scratch. You can do whatever you want. It's a blank canvas. You can do whatever you want. It's Jamaica. And we already have our own little ways of categorizing our animals. So why can't we do it?
No, I don't think you'll create any problems, TJ. Because remember, we're not going back, We're using the ones that are coming in now. So if the proper kept that they are full blood from now, going forward, then we won't have an issue.
Well, there's a question. Are we going to stop calling our crossbred hybrid animals graded?
No, graded is an accepted term. Is either graded
so is
F1,
it gonna be,
F2?
Or is it going to be in the registry, or are they not qualified? Are they not qualified to be in the registry?
They will be. We have it there for the percentage.
Of
the breed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't believe in this, but I'll put it up. The government needs to give 100 farmers 10 females each free if they hold all the females offspring farms for 4 years.
Well,
oh gosh.
Well, tell God that we have been down that road already and it failed. We're not going back down that road.
Yep, I don't believe in that. I believe strongly that farms that establish themselves, put in the work, consistent, have a good facility, those are the people that are trusted to grow this thing. Those are the people who can be trusted, who the government can call upon, because we got to remember this is a government program. So farms and enterprises that are doing things the right way are the people that should be trusted to do this, because you can come, you can walk in, you can see what's going on,
also
and hackers.
Those who did it right in the last program, because some of them know they never do it right. So, you know what I mean? Those who did
I think that's right, that's the way it should go.
Those who didn't do it right the last time, they'll up on the head.
Yo, Paul, you can't carry no grudge, you know, because you're in I think so long and no
carry no grudge, but the truth
don't carry no grudge, bro.
The truth is truth.
Yes.
Some of them
let we start back. Make we washing and start fresh, bro.
Oh.
But no, you don't believe in that?
Start fresh. We start with fresh people and the people who did it the right way the last time.
Yeah. It's funny because you talk about that, and a guy came here 2 weeks ago to buy a goat, and the man told me, say, yo, him buy this boat maybe 10 years ago. Him buy this boar, this amazing boar buck from a school in Richmond. And the buck was imported. And him buy the buck and kill it to a dead yard.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, seriously, man, say, yep. Them buy buck, the teacher at the school say, have this buck for sale. Amazing buck. But can you even show me pictures? Amazing buck. He said the buck was imported. The teacher, the school got the buck as part of what program was going on. And they were supposed to do a goat thing. And nobody took care of it. So the teacher just sell a buck. $15,000.
Okay.
And I was like, this is crazy.
Mr. Jason,
and I'm sure this is what's funny.
Pin him now?
Jason. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the animals we have now classified as purebred.
Jason, what you talking about? The boars? If you can prove that them full blood, fine. If you can prove it. But if you can't prove it, you can't prove it. Well, no, okay, so it's
who's gonna be able to prove these things?
So it's purebred then. So that's him answer my own question. Him know the reasons.
So are you anticipating this being an issue or you think that the people who are on the appraisal team are gonna be flexible enough to say,
Guess what happened now? All right. Simple put, right? Getting an animal registered is your choice. When you register the animal, you get a handbook. If you write up the papers, you agree to the standards, right? So you don't have to register your animal if you don't want to. You can have them, and have them as your own. But you registering an animal, it would be your choice. Because remember, you have farmers, big farmers in overseas. Sometimes one enter their herds are registered, they sell the rest as commercial animals. So you don't act like you're going to register every animal and you probably take out 10 best %,
Okay. So the question I'm asking though is when people call and make an appointment to get their animal appraised, are we trusting that the panel or the group of appraisers that comes is gonna be flexible or be conscious of the history of Jamaica when it comes to lack of records and stuff?
I think we answered that already, All right. think we answered that already. Based on that, not every farmer is going to have full records, right?
Okay.
So they have
you did answer. You did. You did answer. You did answer. My bad. You did answer. I trust me. I appreciate you coming on and doing this because this is a topic that everybody is on board. I haven't met anybody who's not on board with it. People just have questions on how it's going to work because we've been operating under graded, purebred, full blood, all that stuff for so long that you're like, okay, how do we change the mindset? How do we get up to speed and make everybody feel good that animal is what it is? You know, enough people will get burned, enough people will get surprised to say, what? The animal that good? Enough people are gonna say, yo, we don't care where you say, Dickie me buy this from, Dr. Graham buy this from, good animal.
Well, the registry will correct all that over time. We'll correct that over time. Over time, that will be corrected.
Yeah, I think it's a big positive step in the right direction, and I'm rooting for it. I just want to make sure that the public, the people in the space, give it a fighting chance because nothing happens overnight, and there are going to be hiccups and there are going to be steps, but if everybody's operating in good faith, we will get there. That is my belief. We will get there. You know what I mean? And I want people to know that this is not something that we can put off any longer. If we're serious about growing the sector, we can't put it off any longer. We got to push. We got to hit up Paul and say, yo, what's the like lit a fire? Was that fire under Paul, and Paul can lit a fire under whoever is doing it. Let them know, say, yo, the people are asking, we got to move on this. The enthusiasm is there. We can't lose the enthusiasm that people are showing. We don't want to the whole thing of, oh, nothing happened. There's no, you know what I mean? No, we got to keep pushing, keep talking about it, keep educating people on the positives of it. And we will get there. As a collective, with a concerted effort, we will get there. All right. So I want to thank you, boss, and thank everybody for joining us. And enough respect to everybody that joined us tonight. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully, we have another amazing show as usual. And enough respect, Paul.
Yeah, man. All the respect. Yeah, man. Right. Everton for life, Liverpool die.
We just ask about the jersey. You get a little win, but you'd have enough guys out today, so I forgive you giving the team the props. You guys had a lot of guys out today.
Yeah,
but all this
club in Liverpool, all this club in Liverpool.
No, but y'all won't make it. Y'all won't make it to Champions League. Much more a shot at the title.
One day, man. One day. One day.
Cool.
One day.
Yeah.
Never walk alone.
I'm on say a fake blue shirt. I'm on say a fake blue shirt. That.
How would that again? Stanford, they can't say anything you want to say, man. Can't say anything you want to say.
All right, boss. Next time, yeah.
All right.
Cool. All right, respect. Come on, cool.